The United Nations Palestinians hope that vote in UN General Assembly on Tuesday. A non-binding decision demanding an emergency human ceasefire will now show widespread global support to end Israeli-Hamas war in third month, after United States vetoed decision at Security Council on Friday. After demanding a humanitarian ceasefire, Arab and Islamic countries asked for decision of 193-member General Assembly in afternoon. Unlike decisions of Security Council, decisions of General Assembly are not legally binding. However, as UN spokesman Stephane Dujarric said on Monday, the messages of the Assembly reflect, very important, and worldview. Palestinian United Nations Ambassador Riyadh Mansour said that decision of the Associated Press on Sunday was supported by 103 countries and hoped to vote for General Assembly decision on Tuesday. In first UN response to Gaza War, General Assembly on October 27 called for a humanitarian ceasefire veren that led to end of hostility in Gaza. After 4 failures, the November 15 Security Council accepted its first decision after the Battle of Israel-Hamas and called for an increasing crisis for Palestinian civilians during Israel's air and ground attacks in Gaza. This vote in the 15-member council was 120. The United States, England and Russia abstained. The USA-UK. The decision of Hamas was killed on October 7. 240 people were kidnapped. Russia's United States. Since death fee in Gaza increased during Israel's campaign to destroy Hamas, ceasefire calls increased, and on Friday, United States was isolated with support of Israel in Security Council, where vote was 131. Last Friday Security Council meeting vote. U.S. Chief's 99th article and UN Chief raise threats agenda of international peace security. U.S. Secretary General Antonio Guterres responded a letter called "Request Gaza is at a breaking point, and desperate people under a serious risk of hunger." Guterres stressed that Hamas' savagery against Israelis on October 7 could never justify the collective punishment of Palestinian people. Like decision of Security Council, draft General Assembly decision does not mention Hamas or October 7 Israeli attacks. The disaster in Gaza Strip expresses serious concerns about humanitarian state suffering of Palestinian civilian population, and says that Palestinian Israeli people should be protected in accordance with international human law. In addition, a humanitarian fire. The draft demands that all parties comply with international humanitarian law, especially in relation the protection of civilians. All hostages are immediately and unconditional release, access humanity.